Gabriel, the man of the hour.
Okay, so one of the first Brazilian debutants, he straight away answered my question of suspicion. The question I posed to you two, what's he like with aerial duels? And he just shows me he's another Mustafi when it comes to aerial battles. It's like he loves heading the ball, like going up for aerial duels. He won when the ball was getting kicked out by the opposition.
Yeah.
From goal kicks, bang. Wasn't scared to, go up for it. On corners, when the opposition had their corners, he would be heading them out, leaping like a salmon. And I was like, at last, hallelujah, we've got someone, when your dunks come into town and, these big, burly centre-backs come into town from set pieces. We've got someone that, actually likes to leap, jump, and challenge.
Yeah.
So that was really something that I was looking at in his game, because it's all good you being composed on the ball and passing it sideways and, looking pretty on the ball. But when it comes to the rugged stuff, when it comes to the art of defending, what are you like?
Yeah.
Then another thing that used to be the Achilles heel to Arsenal was when you had these powerful, pacey forwards. Gabriel dealt with a Kamara who would have given us the horrors in the past. And what he was doing was shepherding, marshalling, chaperoning. And what he was just doing, he wasn't giving him time to turn and put the afterburners on. He followed him. If he went to the toilet, hi, my name's Gabriel, pleased to meet you. If he went down the byline, hi, my name's Gabriel. He followed him everywhere. And when teams used to come with the Emirates plan, let's just soak up the Arsenal pressure, we'll hit our speed and pace merchant.
Yeah.
We'll just hit. Gabriel marshaled him, and that's what I loved about him. Brilliant. 9.5. Well done, son, because he got on the score sheet as well.
Absolutely. When you first see a new signing, especially a defender, what you have to look out for, can he defend?
Mm-hmm.
Can he pass?
Mm-hmm.
Can he head the ball?
Mm-hmm.
Is he composed?
Mm-hmm.
And does he like the physical challenge? Because this is the Premier League. And yes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? And not only that, he had the most touches, most passes, most recoveries, most clearances, most tackles, most fouls won, which was,
Let's get that straight.
He can win fouls, so he's smart enough to draw a foul.
Mm-hmm. And how many times?
And
Sorry
dribble
to cut you.
and dribble past 0.
Sorry to cut you, because it's just popped into my head.
Yeah.
How many times have we been looking at players and we're saying, don't foul, please don't foul. Oh!
Yeah.
Why did you make that foul?
Yeah.
Did you see with him? None of that. None of that reckless.
Composed.
It was just composed.
Yeah.
Just standing your player up, jockeying.
I think he conceded one foul where he just put his hand on the back of the guy and the guy milked it.
Yeah.
Won that foul, but
that's what I liked about his game.
Yeah.
Sorry, Jamal. Sorry, Gabes.
100%. So, and the goal, right? So he's got an eye for goal, and I'll give him a 10.
A 10?
Wow. A 10.
Bloody hell.
I'll give him a 10. For a debut, you have to take into account that's his first game in 6 months.
Mm.
No, like Arteta was actually worried that he actually might get injured. Right? So, this is a new country, new club, new league.
Yeah.
Not played in 6 months.
You have to take that all into account.
Comes onto the field and just owns it. You know, I'm the Don. I'm the guy who's in charge,
Well, he's got tougher tests,
right? So,
to come.
10.
But yeah,
Yeah, good. It's not much I can really add to what you guys have said. I thought he recovered well from his initial miscommunication. A lot of players, well, not even a lot of players, some players may have dwelt on it in their head and then started making more mistakes. But he seemed to get that out of his head. It was a mistake, right? Nothing's happened. We carry on. Like you say, he was great in the air, tough in the tackle. He seemed to relish his personal duel with Kamara.
Mm-hmm.
You know, he's not scared of the physicality of the Premiership. And he brought a nice balance to our passing out from the back with his left-footedness.
Composure.
So, you guys more or less covered everything that I could say. So I would give him a 9 myself. Very good debut, and he scored. Even though I'm going to take half a point off because it came off his shoulder.
That's Dr. Evil.
harsh. That's
Lord
harsh.
Vader, I beg of you.
Oh my God.
Because it came off his shoulder, he scored.
That's the equivalent of a scuffed shot. He went for it with his head. He did all the action, and it came off his shoulder.
Yeah, well, he scored on his debut.
My God.
That was harsh, man.
So yeah, I take. I'm docking him
I cannot
0.5.
co-sign with. I'm not co-signing with that.
Wow. Lord Vader. Oh, I can't breathe.
You have
Man
failed me.
scores on his debut and he chokes it off. To his
Oh,
shoulder,
my God. Yeah, moving on.
Yeah.
Who's next?
Kieran Tierney.
Tierney, yeah.
All the superlatives, man. Consistent. He's an 8, man. If I start giving him 9s, look, he's just Mr. Consistent. You know, that's it. I'm not saying any more. Consistent.
Mr. Consistent, yep.
Moving on.
8 for me as well. You know, he was a little bit stifled because he wanted to go forward and contribute on that side, but he had to. He had a job.
His defensive.
His defensive job, A star.
The man loves defending.
Yeah. So can't fault the guy.
Yeah. Moving on.
Mr.
Yeah, I'm gonna take that 0.5 that I took off Gabriel. I'm gonna transfer it to Kieran Tierney
Yeah.
because that man's engine is unbelievable. When Aubameyang scored the goal, who was the player overlapping Aubameyang?
Yeah.
It was Tierney.
It was Tierney. He was busting the gut. Yeah.
It was Tierney. It was like, what the hell are you doing up at this point of the
attack.
pitch? Yeah, at this point of the attack, and he was going at full tilt,
He was going for it. Yeah, he was.
and I was like, man, that's some engine you've got. That's a Rolls Royce engine you've got there.
Determination, man.
So yeah, that 0.5 I deducted. I'm transferring it to Kieran.
Oh gosh.
So he gets 8.5 from me.
8.5.
Hector,
Bellerin.
the model, Bellerin.
For me, Bellerin will get a 7. It's 7.5 because he done well. He done his job. There was no frills, no spills from him, but he done his job. His passing was accurate. I felt he could have been a bit more adventurous in the final third.
Mm-hmm.
But he done his job. I can't say any more. Belonged to a winning side, and he didn't look out of his depth. He didn't look out of place, and done well. Yeah, that's it from me.
What did you give him?
For his fashion, I'll give him a 0.5, and the rest of it is 6.5. So he gets a 7.
A 7.
A 7.
Hector, the style icon, Bellerin.
Yeah.
No, give him 7. Give him 7. I was going to give him
7. Are you sure?
7.5.
I'm going to give Hector.
For style?
Well, for style, Hector for me gets 0. I don't know what kind of style icon Hector is, because I look at his clothes and think, what are you wearing? What pajamas are you wearing today out in the street?
Oh, my
And why are
God.
your trousers? These are supposed to be trousers. Why are they up by your shins?
Did you see that piece they done in the for the BBC when they're supposed to pick some clothes off a rack and see who comes out with the best fashion?
Yeah.
Did you see Bellerin's?
No.
Man, terrible.
Bellerin's
Yeah, he was going for the 1990s, isn't it?
He was terrible. His dress sense is terrible. Saliba's was good.
Yeah, but it's like you look at these.
Kolasinac, the bodyguards, was good.
At least are sensible individuals. Hell, you know those. You know when they do Fashion Week and they show, yeah, this is the new range for the summer. It's like, who's wearing this? This big triangular clothes. Who's wearing these clothes?
Bellerin should have been in the film Zoolander.
Yeah, that's where he fits in.
Sorry, Hector. Moving on to your performance.
Yeah,
Your
but
footballing performance.
style icon aside,
Yeah.
I'm gonna give Hector. I thought he had a steady performance. I was gonna give him 7.5, but again, I thought the tackle that he made was impressive.
That rugby tackle, yeah?
Yeah, because it's been so long since we've seen something like that. Or
We
for
saw
me,
it from Gunduzi against what was it against Zaha when he took.
oh
it,
yeah,
when
that's
rugby
true.
tackled him.
That's true. That was fantastic. I enjoyed that. And
Come
the
to
time
Arsenal,
he
you know?
chopped somebody when they were making a. It was Zaha when
It was
he boxed
Zaha,
him off,
yeah. Yeah.
I like those kind of things. I
Those
like
kind of
that
things, yeah.
dirty.
The nasty side of the
Yeah,
game.
the nasty side, the dirty side of the game that you're prepared to pull it out of your bag when necessary.
Yeah.
So for that alone, I give him an 8.
Yeah. I agree.
I like that.
What did you give him, Jamal?
I was really impressed with his passing. His passing was quality.
Mm-hmm.
And what I liked about him as well, it wasn't just meaningless sideways passing. Those forward progression passing
Mm-hmm.
that gets the whole team, in that state.
Mm-hmm.
Was really important. I think he had a quietly good game.
Mm-hmm.
His defending, apart from that rugby tackle, which I didn't enjoy.
Is he getting back to the old Hector?
Slowly, yeah. He's trying to get he's 100%. He's quicker now than he was even a month ago. And he looks his defensive. I agree with you. Defensive side, he's improving. And I think I would give him an 8.5.
Ooh. Oh, wow. 8.5.
Yeah,
Okay.
That pass to Oba,
Yeah, his vision.
quality.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And on the goal, he's chipped to, I think was it to El
El
Neny
Neny.
or Xhaka? Was it El Neny,
El
right?
Neny.
Yeah, he was.
That was a quality ball.
He was.
Lacazette almost ruined that whole move by falling over as usual. Yeah.
Okay, so who's next?
We get onto the Egyptian Zidane.
Egyptian.
El Nenio.
Man, I've got to say, I apologise because for a few episodes of the Magic Hat show, I have been, taking the mickey out of him. But I've got to say, his performance was brilliant. It was brilliant. In the early days, I was a fan of El Neny. I've got to admit that. When him and Coquelin used to, operate in the midfield, I used to like that. But I just thought that he had nothing on his offensive, in his offensive game.
He was too conservative.
Yes. When we needed someone to unlock the door or be like a Dani Ceballos,
Yeah.
I just thought he didn't have that in him. But I got to admit, industry, simplicity, oh my days, he was good. He's getting a 9. He was up there for me for my man of the match. My man of the match. That's my personal opinion. Because he was up there. Because I was so impressed with his game that, I've been digging him out. But it remains to be seen if he can do that when we get the big games coming.
Or over the course of a season.
Yeah.
The big games are coming. End of September to October, we'll see. But yeah, that's me. 9 for El Neny. El who?
El Neny. 9. That's quite a score. Yeah, I agree with you. He's exactly what you would expect or would hope for a squad player to come in and do. You know, and his passing, his defending, his composure, which I really like. I've always liked him. His composure. He looks composed, right? He's not flashy. He's not, you know, reaching for tackles. You know, those last minute challenges. He's not about that. He's always been a tidy player. The problem is when you play for a top club, that's not enough, right? In midfield, you need to show more, right? Going forward, going
And you
back.
have to take risks with
You
your
have to take
passing.
risks,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
And that microscope will be on every single game, so you can't have one good game and 3 average ones and 1 great game and 4 absolutely shocking ones.
Yeah.
Right? That the challenge for someone like him now is, can you produce that kind of performances the way Tierney does? Right? We don't want to see 9 out of 10 every game. Just be 7 out of 10 man.
Yeah.
Be Milner. Right? So if you can do that, there's a place in this team because the Arteta likes this guy. You know, I think he called him phenomenal. Right? That's high praise. So he needs to actually show that at Anfield. He needs to show that at Stamford Bridge. He needs to show that at Old Trafford. Tottenham. Right? So he was outstanding. That was one of the best performances that I've seen in midfield all year.
Yeah.
Right?
One of the best what?
One of the best central midfield performances.
What, from him or from anybody?
From our team.
Okay.
Right.
What, as a duo, or are you talking about his
individual performance,
was the best that you've seen this year?
Taken into his circumstances.
Yeah.
Right? I will give him a good 9.5.
Oh, Jamal with the 9, Jamal with the 0.5s, man.
You've been very kind.
You know?
Christmas is in December, you know.
Play like that, El Nino, and I'll give you 9.5 every game.
Yes, much like you know, not too much to complain about with El Neny. Neat and tidy. He was neat and tidy against Liverpool. He's carried that on today with Fulham. Hopefully he'll continue that against West Ham and subsequent games after that. Kept it simple. Man who knows his limitation. And like we say, it wasn't all about him passing the ball sideways and backwards. You know, there was the balls forward. He was industrious, which is to be expected. Like the two of you have said, you know, not to cover old ground, but sterner challenges lie ahead. So based on yesterday's performance, I would give El Neny an 8.
Okay. Who's next?
After that, we now have
We've got
Granit Xhaka.
Xhaka. Okay, so I'll keep this short and sweet. Did you want to say something?
There you go.
Short and sweet, I'm giving Xhaka an 8. I'm impressed. Each week, I still smile and shake my head because I can't believe it's the same player that Arsenal wanted out. And he wanted to leave, but he's just becoming a leader each game. He's getting better. And just long may it continue until we get better. You know, replacement, a better replacement. But for now, Granit Xhaka gets an 8 for me. Next.
Yeah. Granit Xhaka or Granit Xavi?
Oh, Jamal. Stay away from that.
I can't tell. I was rubbing my eyes. What's
Granit Xavi, you know.
what's his transformation?
Granit
But
Iniesta.
from what he was to what he is now, it was like total.
Do you think he's on that level? Xavi, Iniesta,
I watched
Busquets?
the Germany game.
No.
I watched the Germany game.
Kuz,
I watched the Germany game last week where he was
Alonso.
playing. He was the best player on the pitch.
Who's that?
Yeah, I heard he gave Tony Cruz
He was giving Cruz the runaround,
That's a one-off, man.
right?
Yeah, let him do it. Let's his performance
No,
has been
no,
good.
but he's been doing it on a consistent basis. It's not just the one
No,
off game,
I agree.
right?
I agree.
He's whatever, like he's staying fit and he's producing the performances. which
And
is-
he's
which is
turning up to
comfort.
training when he's not supposed to.
Is it?
He was given the day off. I think after the match, after the international match, he was told to stay at home, relax, and he came into training. And
That's
he
the
was working.
spirit. That is the spirit.
One criticism is his shooting is almost gone now.
Don't worry, he'll get that again.
Yeah,
Don't worry,
he used to be able to shoot but
Yeah.
do everything else wrong. But now it's the opposite. He can pass, but his shooting is gone. So
Don't worry,
we have
at least
to
he's trying to
hit him on the
shoot.
head again.
Yeah, at least he's trying to shoot.
Yeah. So I'll give him an 8.5.
That's it. Practice.
And he's shown leadership,
Well, I pointed that out last show anyway.
right? Yeah, he's a tremendous leadership. So I'm impressed.
Okay.
I'm gonna give Xhaka another 8. I think he's been a revelation. Again, I still think if there's better out there,
You're still living. You're still living, Gabs.
no. If we can get better,
Xhaka will hold the Champions League trophy high, and Gab will still need a better player.
I think at that point I might just say, you know what, you've
You can
Gab
stay.
will still
Yeah,
be
I
sitting
will-
there livid.
I
But he's
will
still
say through gritted teeth, yeah, Xhaka, you've done well, but his transformation.
He's become like our Henderson, because there's a lot of Liverpool
Yes.
fans who still, he could pick up Champions League, all the awards that he wants. They will still not be convinced that
But that's the beauty of football. Everybody
they
sees
want
things
Thiago
differently.
Alcantara.
Everybody, you need your water carriers.
Yes.
This is the thing. You need your water carriers. I
Dongas and
know that.
Deschamps.
And
Didier Deschamps.
Yeah.
Xhaka has got an exceptional range of passing. Arteta, again, it seems to be a trait of Arteta's, is bringing
The best.
the best out of players. And, I can't fault him. Since Arteta's came, I can't fault Xhaka in any way, shape or form.
Yeah.
His tackling, his positioning, his passing, his leadership, his talking. He was telling Leno where to pass the ball. He was like, don't look at me, look over there. The pass that you need is there, and that's where Leno passed it.
Pause and time out. Are we talking about Granit Xhaka?
Granit
Here.
Xhaka, who
It could
couldn't
be- it
even
could be his
tackle to save his dinner.
identical twin.
Are you talking about Granit Xhaka here?
Invasion of the Body Snatchers.
This is honestly
The Monsters.
because
Space Jam.
German fans have a different kind of Xhaka than the one that we saw the previous years for Arsenal, because over there he was highly rated. Right,
Who's Xhaka,
he was an
So-
all-action man, box to box. He scored goals, tackles. He had the whole package. He comes to Arsenal,
If Wenger
and-
decides to redesign him,
and
I can rebuild him.
yeah, he bought into that Wenger ball. So
We can rebuild him.
yeah,
Oh, gosh.
So listen,
I'm impressed.
He's
Xhaka
the
is
real
slowly
deal.
growing on me.
Yeah,
And he's
I've got
going
to
on a-
admit.
Yeah.
I've got to admit. I can't say anything bad about him.
After Aubameyang and Tierney, the next name on that sheet for me
Is
is
Xhaka.
Xhaka.
Yeah, Leno as well.
Which is good, because now we're starting to get players that are
Mainstays now.
they're mainstays. It's like
nucleus,
the core of the team is starting
Yeah.
to take shape.
yeah.
Next.
So I haven't given my score. I'd give
Oh,
him
sorry.
8.5. No, did I say 8? I'll give him I'll
Give
boost
him
him
a,
up to
be
an
generous,
8.5.
Lord Vader.
Thank you, Gab.
Give him a 0.5, man.
Yes, he gets an 8.5.
Yeah.
Ainsley, Maitland, Niles.
Quiet, industrious.
Yeah.
Quietly industrious for me. That's how I'll describe his game. Didn't really pull up too many trees yesterday, but done his job.